Often we find that clients do not want to use templates because they vary their letters so much there seems no point in doing preset documents. The purpose of this demonstration is to show you how you can create a generic letter to save you time when sending a letter to a client. The template will put in the current date, the client's name and address, the matter number and name, a salutation, and a closing. All you have to do is enter the text in the body of the letter. This gives you complete freedom to say what you want. Another benefit of using this type of merge template is the avoidance of copying a letter from someone else and changing the text. Often people forget to change all the parts and end up with the right client name and address, for example, but forget to change the salutation. This is not only very embarrassing, it makes your client feel like a carbon copy. First, let's take a look at what you get when you're done creating a template. I have set up a sample client named Alice Wonderland. She is suing Mary Elizabeth Hart, aka the Queen of Hearts. I have selected the Documents tab in Clio, and my generic letter has already been created. I'm going to press the preview button so you can see the letter. Notice it has the date the letter was created, my client's name and address. The regarding line contains the matter number and the matter name. My salutation says, "Dear Miss Wonderland," because I'm not on a first name basis with her, but I may be with other clients. And I have my closing. I prefer to use the word sincerely and my last name. Once I have my shell document created, as I do here, I want to add the text to the document. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click the download button. It's going to download a copy of my letter. I'm going to double click on that to open it. And I'm going to position my mouse where I want to start typing, and I would start typing the body of my letter. When the letter is complete, I go ahead and I save the letter. And then I go ahead and I close it. Notice it gives it a new name. This is going to be the generic letter 2. I'm going to go ahead and close that. Now what I want to do is I want to replace this letter because this is the old one that just has the empty body text. I want to replace it with the new completed one. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to say that I want to edit this. And the way I'm going to edit it is I'm going to say that I'm adding a new file. And what I'm going to do is replace the version 1 file that I had, because I don't want to keep that semi-filled out one. I want the complete letter. I click on the Choose File, and I find the file that I just created, and I double-click on it, and I open it up. And then all I need to do here is click the Save button. Now, this is a step that you don't have to take, but I want to show you what your letter now looks like. If I click the preview, now I have the completed letter as part of my documents for my matter. All filled out exactly as I had typed it. This is one of the ways that you can easily get a letter created without having to copy and paste names and addresses. The next thing that we want to do now is show you how to actually create that initial shell template that we had that pulled in the name and address and the matter information.
I'm on a first name basis with some of my customers, but others I would only address as Mr. or Mrs. In order to make a distinction, I need to set up a client custom field so that I can determine what will go after the salutation. In order to do that, I need to first create a custom field. On the window bar, I'm going to find my name and click on that, and I'm going to click on Settings. Under the Settings options, there is an area called Custom Fields. I'm going to choose that. There are Matter custom fields, and there are Contact custom fields. Under individual custom fields, I'm going to click the Add button. And on the Add button, it allows me to name the custom field, and it's going to be a salutation field. And the type is going to be a text line, but just one line. And I'm going to click on the default so it adds that custom field to every contact type that I have. I'm going to hit save, and then I'm going to close this up. Now when I go into a contact and I find Alice Wonderland, I click the edit button and I move down to custom fields, and you see I have the salutation there, and I am going to put Ms. Wonderland. And I'm going to save the contact or update it. Now I'm ready to use this field in an actual merge document. To create the document in Clio, I want to click on the Documents tab, and then I want to make sure that I'm on the Templates portion of the Documents tab. I'm going to click the Add button. Notice here I have this choice to view merge fields. I'm going to click on the View Merge Fields. In this area here where I get to select a matter, I'm going to select the matter that I am interested in seeing, which is Alice Wonderland. Now my information is populated by the information from the matter. I want to insert a date, and it is very close to the bottom. You want to make sure that you're inserting a generic date. I like to use the date verbose because that spells out the entire month, date, and year. I'm going to click on the copy to clipboard. I'm going to come over to my Word document and I'm going to paste it in. At this point, I go back and forth until I have all of the information that I want. Notice that I've put in the client name, client address. I have hard-coded the word regarding, a colon, and then I tab over and I insert the matter number. Because of the way I've set up Clio for my own purposes, my matter number and matter description go together. If you have just a matter number alone and your description is separate, make sure to include the matter number also on this line or the line below. Notice I type the word dear and then a space, and then I put in the matter client custom field, that salutation field we added. I don't put in a space after this, and I put in a colon. I put in sincerely because that's how I like to close my letters, and then I insert username. This way, anyone who uses this in my firm will have their name appear at the bottom. Now I'm ready to save the document. I go ahead and save it and give it a file name that is one that I can recognize, and then I can close my word processing. Now what I need to do is actually create a template that we can use. We've done the merge fields. We're going to choose a file, and it's going to be this one. That's the one that I just now created, and we're going to open it. So this is the generic Clio matter letter. I'm going to hit save. And now this template is available to me to use when I create documents. That's what I use to create this document here. Let me show you quickly how we do it. Add a new document from template. I uncheck the Create PDF because I want to be able to add more information to this one. I say to create a Word document, and I really don't want to leave it named the same name as my template. I want it to be something more descriptive. So I'm going to call it Client Agreement Transmittal Letter. And I am going to create it. As I showed you before, you would go into the body of the letter and add the text to the body so that your document is complete. I hope you enjoyed watching this video. If you have questions, please call us at 630-825-6999. 6400, Software Analysis Corporation, because your software does more than you know.